Good morning. Thank you for that very warm welcome and allowing me to speak with you for a few minutes this morning. I'm here in the day's first Power Perspective to share with you my personal journey and my love for Detroit, and it's that journey and that love for my hometown that brings me to stand in front of you here today. I was born in Detroit and raised in Detroit and grew up on the northwest side of the city. I'm a very proud product of the Detroit public school system and the finest public university system in the United States. Now let's take a very quick look down memory lane. You see the resemblance? So this is a real picture of me when I was in the second grade at Lewis Pasteur Elementary School, which is located at the corner of Pembroke and Stopel in northwest Detroit. Who knew then that this second grade show and tell science class presentation would be preparation for this very moment? Now, a few of you may notice that I'm following John Malloy's advice to women in the 80s on how to dress for success while giving a presentation. Although I've traded his suggested jacket for a cardigan sweater. I really love wearing that sweater, and I think I wore it to school every day. All right, so here I am in 1972 on the Mumford High School football field. Who knew that being team captain of the cheer team would be great practice and the start of me performing in front of large crowds? And on an unusually balmy day in May 1977, here I am standing in front of the big house with fellow graduates at the University of Michigan. Who knew then that I was headed to professional experiences that would allow me to develop an expertise that is so critical today to the revitalization of my beloved hometown? This energetic and idealistic young Detroiter headed out I-94 from Ann Arbor to Chicago, where I have spent the last 4 decades working in financial services, in commercial bank lending and corporate finance, as an investment consultant and money manager. I'm now a partner in a firm that invests in commercial real estate on behalf of institutional investors. I mention this because I see and evaluate on a daily basis real estate investment opportunities on behalf of some of the most sophisticated investors in the world. My colleagues at Capri and I have developed a particular expertise in urban investments, and I believe that right now Detroit has the right momentum for its revitalization, and that Detroit has the opportunity to set a new global standard in the creation of vibrant, live, work, and play communities for Detroit residents. Now, as we all know, for many reasons, Detroit's urban core has lagged other cities in developing these vibrant 24/7 lifestyle communities that exist in other major cities around the world. Now, how you view the real estate investment landscape here or anywhere else really depends on your perspective. Often, it is very difficult for those of us living with and dealing with the city's problems to see its very promise. I see this every day in my role, in addition to working at Capri, as a commissioner for the City of Chicago's Community Development Commission. Where some see blight and a barren, empty landscape filled with parking lots and abandoned buildings, others see a blank canvas that with the right vision and execution allows for the creation of vibrant living and working environments. So, in the few minutes I have left, I'd like to share with you a very few quick examples of investments that my colleagues and I at Capri have made in other cities since 2012 that are real, tangible examples of looking at parking lots and empty buildings a bit differently, and that show you what we believe is possible here in Detroit. The Vermont is located in Los Angeles at the intersection of Vermont and Wilshire in the bustling but underserved Koreatown community. We purchased this beautiful 424-unit apartment building that also has 30,000 square feet of retail space from the developer when it was completed, but empty, and took the lease-up risk for both the apartments and the retail space. The Vermont, which is just 2 miles from downtown Los Angeles, was built on a site that formerly housed warehouses and parking. Kingsbury Plaza in Chicago. Our good friend, joint venture partner in Kingsbury Plaza, and native Detroiter, Daniel Levin, founder and CEO of the Habitat Company, had the foresight and the vision to acquire land and light industrial buildings years ago along the North Branch of the Chicago River. That area is now part of Chicago's River North neighborhood, a vibrant live-work-play community that is home to thousands of Chicagoans. In 2005, Kingsbury Plaza was a parking lot. Tower 801 is a 1970s vintage apartment building in downtown Seattle that is currently undergoing significant renovations. Since it was built, the area has experienced a rapid influx of residents and retail businesses due to the building of a major rapid transit system hub very close to the property. 360 Residences in San Jose was formerly a parking lot. It is very close to Caltrain and the VTA light rail system. The Victoria, known within our firm as the Vic, was a ground-up development we did with local Seattle-based partners in an area known as Belltown, which some considered Seattle's Skid Row. Parking was also a previous use of the site on which this beautiful apartment building now sits. And my favorite, 12th and G, which is located, interestingly enough, at the corner of 12th and G in San Diego. Such an innovative name. So this location was formerly an auto detail center and surface parking. During excavation, we also found headstones, but upon further investigation and a lot more careful digging, thankfully, nothing else. And actually, 12th and G is probably the best example of what we believe can be executed right now in the city of Detroit. It's within walking distance of the San Diego Padres Petco Stadium. So these are just a few of many real-life examples of what will be done in the D. I'm confident, really, really confident that you're all here today because you share my enthusiasm for Detroit's future. And you should also know that others in the real estate industry share the same enthusiasm. As recently reported by my friends at Cranes Detroit, the Urban Land Institute, which is my industry's, the real estate industry's most powerful advocacy organization, it's holding its 2018 spring meeting in Detroit. This is a major, 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 really, really, really big deal, and a major accomplishment for everyone here in Detroit who worked so hard to make this happen. In May 2018, over 3,000 of my colleagues in the commercial real estate space will see and experience what all of us here know, that Detroit is rapidly becoming one of the best places in the United States for commercial real estate investment. Thank you so much for listening to me this morning. It's been a real privilege for this girl from Detroit to speak with you today. Enjoy the rest of the conference.